Hey, what's going on, Aries? Butch Tarot here. I am going to do your February read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. I'm using the Spellcaster Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Aries? February 2023. Let's see for Aries. All right, Aries. So the first thing that I see, Aries, I feel like this connection that's coming toward you, this is someone I feel like you already have a connection with. I feel like there's more of a friendship that you have with this person. And, I feel like this person is someone that you've established trust with. Now, I feel like this is someone that I feel like they don't, they feel like they can be honest with you. They feel a connection with you that is unlike any other connection. I feel like the only thing holding this back is I feel like there is somebody else that this person has been involved with. Now, I feel like this relationship that they're dealing with, I feel like there's a very toxic energy. I feel like they're in a situation where they feel like they can't get out of. And I feel like you're that safe harbor for them. I feel like they can confide in you. I feel like like I said, they've established trust with you. They feel a very nurturing energy from you. And I feel like it means more to them than you'll ever know. They feel safe with you. They feel protected. They feel a lot of things they've never felt before, even in this other relationship. I feel like this other relationship existed only because this person was trying to do the right thing. But late at night, when this person's alone, they think about you. And I feel like this person's been, I feel like this person has done a lot of work. A lot of work. And they're suppressing their feelings that they have for you. Again, trying to do the right thing. But the more they try to fight it, the more their feelings for you become stronger. And like I said, with you, they feel very nurtured. They feel safe. They feel like they can talk to you. They feel like they have a connection with you that they've never had with anybody else. Everything in their body is telling them that you're the one. I feel like it started off, like I said, there was a friendship there. I feel like they felt like they could talk to you. They felt like they could be open with you. They could feel like they could be honest with you. They have a lot of fun with you. But I feel like they kept trying to, I feel like there was times when they, kept, I feel like they can be honest with you, and I feel like you have this trust, but I feel like there's something they're not being honest with you about. It's how they truly feel about you. I feel like they're holding that back. I feel like this person fantasizes about you. I feel like they dream about you. You're everything they wanted. But they feel like there's an obligation they have to this past person. Now, I don't really feel like it's much of a relationship. I feel like it is over. I feel like their feeling started for you before it was. You know, I feel like you gave them balance. You know, sometimes when we're in the wrong situation, we need someone to rescue us, even if they don't know they're doing it. You know, sometimes we're in a bad situation, and the only way to get out is finding that door, and you became the door for them. A door to something much better. Like I said, their intuition is telling them that every part of them is telling them that you're the person that they were meant to be with. The connection that you have with this person, you know, the similarities. I mean, you feel like they're a perfect person, like I said, with that Emperor, that protective energy, but also that nurturing energy with the Empress. You know, that king and queen, that couple, a power couple. Like I said, when they're with you, they feel stronger. They feel like they could do anything. You know, we have the World card. They feel like they're exactly where they're meant to be. But I feel like they still struggle with that they struggle with the decisions that they have to make. I mean, they don't know how you feel about them as one. But that's not the biggest part of why they're holding back. The biggest part of why they're holding back is because they feel like they're doing something wrong. Like they feel like they drug you into their mess. And it's almost like I feel like their biggest fear is that you don't feel the same and that they'll lose you. Their biggest fear is that they're looking too deeply into this. You know what? Their biggest fear is that savior complex. They feel like you've saved them, but have you saved them? Have you shown up to be with them, or have you shown up to save them? And I feel like they struggle with that daily. There's definitely new love here. You know, this isn't just a savior complex for them. You know, I feel like when they met you, it was just bad timing. Like I said, new love, and then we have the Two of Cups as well. I feel like this is a bond that you share with this person. And like I said, I feel like you complete each other. You know, I feel like you were meant to find each other. And sometimes we find each other in not the best situations. You know, a good buddy of mine, he had a kid with this girl and he wanted to do the right thing. So he married her, even though he knew. He knew. He even told me that. He knew that he wasn't meant to be with her. But he just tried to do the right thing. Then he met this girl at work. And he said it was instant. He knew right away that was his soulmate. But he couldn't do anything about it because he didn't want to be, he didn't want to be untrue to the person that he pledged himself to. You know, he didn't want to be that guy. He was trying to do all the right things. And like I said, it took him years. He kept building, he kept working with this girl, and their connection was unreal. Like he said that every time he was around her, he just felt like he could talk about anything. He could be whoever he wanted to be, and it was okay with her. You know, he felt like everything that he enjoyed, she enjoyed. They had so much in common, but he said he fought it for years, and then his wife ended up leaving him. You know, his wife left him, and then he finally got with this other girl, and they've been together ever since. But I used to always tell him, my biggest piece of advice for him was, if you're with the wrong person and you know it, you're wasting your life and you're wasting theirs. I'm not saying that you should meet someone at a bar some night and you hit it off with them and you should, cheat on your wife or leave your wife or husband. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when you have a connection it's a form of cheating in my mind. If you have a connection with somebody else and you know that you get to a point where you're not supposed to be with the person you're with, but you're supposed to be with somebody else, it's kind of like cheating. You're cheating yourself and you're cheating the person you're with. Now with this person, like I said, I feel like they're happy with you. They're happy around you. They're happy being near you. And I feel like their biggest fear is that they open up to you and you don't feel the same way. Like maybe, I feel like their biggest fear is that maybe you just are their friend and that's all it ever was. Maybe they're looking too deeply at it. But I feel like they're seeing things in a different perspective. And I feel like it's going to cause them to open up communication with you. And I feel like there's a lot of happiness that's going to come from it. I see that communication opening a lot of doors. I see that communication making a lot of things clear. And I see a lot of big changes coming with it. This person feels stronger with you. They feel empowered with you. And I feel like they've been spending way too much time in their head overthinking the shit out of this. When you want something, go after it. For all you Aries out there, you know what I mean. You guys are the hunters and the huntresses. When you want something, you go after it, and I love that about Aries. But like I said, with this person, I feel like they're getting there. They're going to get there. But like I said, I feel like the bond that you guys share is something that's once in a lifetime. And like I said, very deep, very deep connection that you have with this person. And the longer we fight it, the more inevitable it becomes. But like I said, I feel like they didn't want to drag you into their mess. And that just shows how much they do truly care about you. And like I said, I don't feel like they're with that person anymore. I feel like that's already dead and gone, but I feel like the chaotic energy still persists. And I feel like that's what they're trying to kind of shield you from, but they're also afraid that they're looking too deeply into your connection. Even though every part of their body tells them that there's something more between the two of you, I feel like there's a part of them that's still fighting it. Their biggest, like I said, their biggest fear is losing you. Their biggest fears all have to do with you. They're afraid that they're going to drag you into their own mess. They're afraid that you don't feel the same way. They're afraid to open up to you because they're afraid if they open up to you and you don't feel the same way, they're going to lose you. We had throwaway time a little bit early there. I'm sorry. We have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have some Leo, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. But like I said, it's, like I always told my buddy, I said, you know what I mean? You're kind of, he was in a tough place. I get it. You want to do the right thing. He had a relationship with this girl. He got her pregnant and he got married. He was trying to do all the right things, all the things you were brought up you're taught. But what we're not always taught is that you can't force love. You can't create love out of nothing. And if you think for years that you're in the wrong place, you're in the wrong place. And I never condone divorce. But I also don't condone marrying people for the wrong reasons. It's just a blueprint for failure. And like I said, if she didn't end up leaving him, who knows how long it would have went. He could have lost that other person. But it worked out for him. And I'm glad it did. He's happy. And they have a really weird relationship, him and his ex. The girl he worked with, they got together. They've been together for a while now. But they all kind of hang out. His ex-wife that he has a kid with, she has another kid with the guy she's with. And they kind of hang out, which is kind of a weird relationship, but if it works for them. But I feel like in his case, I feel like I don't feel like he did it all just for the right reasons. I feel like he got with her because I feel like him and the one he married, I feel like they had a bond. I just don't feel like it was a romantic bond. You know, I feel like they're still good friends. So I mean, obviously there's something there, but sometimes we look too deeply into something that isn't there. You know, I feel like we can have a connection with people and we feel like we have to stay with them because we don't want to lose that connection. Even though the connection, we misread the connection. You know, and I feel like it happens a lot. Sometimes we get in relationships and then one day we realize we're just friends. You know, and it's all misreading the communication, misreading the energy. But it happens so much. You know, it really does. I mean, some people weren't meant to be together. It doesn't mean they weren't meant to know each other. They weren't meant to be in each other's life. They just weren't meant to be together. But that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.